Hey everyone, it is Chad here from GadgetGuruHD.com, and in this video I'll be comparing the Nexus 7 2013 and the Google Play Edition LG G Pad. Now both of these devices are top of the line tablets, but there are some major differences and also similarities between the two. We're going to start off this video with the software, which is actually pretty identical between these two tablets. Both the Nexus 7 and the G Pad run the latest version of Android 4.4 KitKat, and they both will receive updates extremely fast. What I mean by that is that Google Play Edition and Nexus phones and tablets are expected to receive updates faster and for a longer period of time than standard devices like the Galaxy Tab, Galaxy Note, and others. Google will definitely be pushing out updates to its Nexus lineup before the Google Play Edition devices receive them. As far as 4.4 KitKat goes, it is a bit of a design overhaul and in a way similar to iOS 7, and that much of the things are the exact same, but it's a nice cleaner look, there's larger icons and new navigation systems, and also a larger emphasis on Google Now. The built-in quality of both of these tablets are actually very different. The G Pad definitely has a bit of a more premium build with a dark slate aluminum backing, and I also feel that the G Pad is just crafted and built with more attention to detail. It feels as if LG really put a lot of attention to detail in minor things, like I mentioned before, volume rockers, just everything seems perfect and in place. Now I know I have been talking up the LG G Pad a lot. The Nexus 7 also has a really nice build quality. The back has a nice matte rubber type feel that's actually quite similar to the newly released Nexus 5. In addition, it does have some nice grip, which I like, but it doesn't have the same premium feel of the G Pad in the hand. Also, I've noticed that there are some issues with the buttons on my Nexus 7 simply because they're a bit poorly made and shaky, but that's not to say that they're terrible. After all, the Nexus 7 is significantly cheaper than the G Pad, but we'll get to price later in the video. Now before actually purchasing the LG G Pad, the main thing that I wanted to know was whether or not it was usable in one hand like the Nexus 7 is. Now I personally have smaller hands, so that was one thing that I was really worried about. Luckily, I haven't had any issues with palming this device in one hand, and in fact the bezel is just large enough for me to use it. The Nexus 7 is a pretty narrow tablet, which makes it perfect for reading books and magazines with one hand, but quite honestly I haven't been picking up the Nexus 7 as much since I've gotten the G Pad. I get almost the same amount of portability with the G Pad, but get a lot more screen real estate to work with. However, when it comes down to the actual size of the two tablets, they're actually quite different. The display is only a 1.3 inch difference, but the actual heights of these two tablets have the Nexus 7 2013 coming in at 200mm tall and 114mm wide, while the LG G Pad is 216mm in height and 126mm in width. As far as thickness goes, the Nexus 7 is just barely thicker than the G Pad, but the difference is honestly minuscule and you wouldn't notice it in day-to-day usage. Concerning the weight, the Nexus 7 is a bit lighter by around 30 grams, and again it isn't a huge issue unless you have both of them side by side. Now both the Nexus 7 2013 and LG G Pad feature the same 1900 by 1200 display, but of course the LG G Pads is a bit larger, and as a result has a bit of a lower pixel density. Overall, they both have ultra crisp and high quality displays, but if I really had to choose one over the other, I would go Nexus 7 in terms of clarity, but I do prefer the size of the LG G Pad screen. The Nexus 7 2013 comes in both black and white color variants with storage options of 16 and 32 gigabytes. The LG G Pad Google Play Edition, on the other hand, is only available in a black 16GB model. However, it does contain a micro SD card slot, which I know is a huge deal for all of you guys. For myself, I don't really need the extra expandable storage, but I know a lot of you all do really need that extra storage. The battery on both tablets are really great. I was able to go days on both the G Pad and also the Nexus 7, but I did notice the Nexus did do a bit of a better job with battery. Quite honestly, with the tablets and these huge batteries these days, you'll definitely be going days on both of them. Now both the Nexus 7 2013 and the LG G Pad are extremely powerful. The G Pad has a Snapdragon 600 processor, while the Nexus 7 has a slightly slower and just slightly older Snapdragon S4 Pro. Both of these two devices do offer a super smooth operation of their operating systems, and they're easily capable of multitasking plenty of apps and handling all those graphic intensive games. However, I did notice, and just slightly noticed, that the G-Pad has been a bit quicker, running day-to-day tasks, swiping through notifications, just going through everything that you do on a daily basis. The G-Pad does slightly quicker. And I know all of you guys are wanting me to get to the price, because that is something that you really have to consider whenever you go out and purchase a tablet. The Nexus 7 2013 retails at $229 from the Google Play Store, but I know there are a ton of promotions going around during the holiday season, but if it's after that, be sure to check out Office Depot, Best Buy, Amazon. I'll have links down below where you guys can try and find a better price. Now at the moment, it doesn't look like the Google Play Edition is going to be at any retail stores, but you can find it at the Google Play Store for $349, which according to retail prices is about $130 more than the Nexus 7 2013, and I'd say that is about pretty fair compared to the iPad mini with Retina display and the larger screen sizes. Now both the Nexus 7 2013 and the LG G-Pad 8.3 Google Play Edition are fantastic tablets that you really can't go wrong with. Honestly, it all comes down to which form factor you prefer more. And in my opinion, I definitely just go ahead into Best Buy to compare the different sizes. Of course, they won't have the Google Play Edition LG G-Pad, but the G-Pad and the Google Play Edition are completely identical in terms of physical and internals. The only difference is the operating system. For myself, I do prefer the G-Pad simply because it's better for what I use. I do like the larger screen real estate as phones are getting bigger and bigger. In my opinion, I need a slightly larger difference between my phone and my tablet. Anyway, hopefully this video did help all of you decide between these two great devices. And if it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. This has been Chad from GadgetGuruHD.com, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.